You know, the sounds of race cars are predominant throughout Florida in February. As one driver put it, in winter, it's the only game in town. You know, we discovered a beautiful third-of-a-mile track in Auburndale. It's about 75 miles from our Speed Week headquarters right here in Daytona Beach. And after we heard that they had a full-blown midget show under the lights, well, we loaded the cameras and took off. Hey, we'll meet you there right after this break. Auburndale Speedway, an exceptionally clean, well-run racing plant not far from Orlando, Florida. This event represents our first-time coverage of an evening race. Several things prompted us to load up the equipment and try it. First of all, we heard it was an extremely well-lit track, that the promoter, Bill Reno, was one of the best in the business, and that they'd have one of the biggest field of midgets ever assembled. When we arrived, we found it all to be true. When you're a dyed-in-the-wool midget fan like I am, and you get to a track and see over 60 of them, you feel like a kid with a $10 bill in a candy store. The sanctioning body of NAMAR has some excellent machinery, as well as perhaps the best midget drivers in the country. When they lined up for the main event, number 2, Denny Lott, had the pole with 69 Bob Houck alongside. 63 Dan Gurley and 51 Kevin Olson shared the second row. Ron Canterbury and Gary Schooley took over the third row, with Ken Schrader, Les Scott, Newt White, and Gary Hoppy rounding out the top 10. Now, all 24 cars for this main event holding their two-abreast formation well, and they wind them up for the green flag, and they're gone. The white number 2, Denny Lott, grabs the lead on the green flag, but Bob Houck in number 69 takes it away down the back chute. They're all bunched up and jockeying for position with a wild scramble through every turn of the racetrack. Houck still holds the lead, but Denny Lott and Dan Gurley are right on top of him, and the traffic is thick. On lap 2, there's a 3-car bummer in turn 1. The cars involved were number 8, Larry Fritz, number 41, Ron Canterbury, and 51, Kevin Olson. It brought out the first yellow silk of the race, but the cleanup crews and wreckers were out on the track quickly. A couple of minutes later, all cars came down for the restart. Once again, 69 Bob Houck is the front runner, but Denny Lott in car 2 challenges on every turn. Number 63, Dan Gurley, tries the outside of Denny Lott, but can't make it, brushes the wall in turn 4. Entering the 4th pocket, Denny Lott finds a hole on the inside of Houck and drives through to take the lead. Les Scott in number 10 now moves to 3rd. Of the race comes on during lap 9. 2 cars spun in the first turn, and Ken Schrader in number 15 shot up high to the outside and careened off the concrete retaining wall. Here it is again from our trackside camera. Kenny Schrader was knocked unconscious from the impact, immediately taken to the hospital, and shortly thereafter was released. Meanwhile, the remainder of the field came down for yet another restart. Les Scott in car 10 leads the pack onto the back chute, but now Newt White in number 96 holds down on the 2nd spot, and he's a charger. This 2-car battle gets hotter down every foot of the track, and the crowd is up and screaming. In the 3rd turn, number 82, driven by Tom Steiner, dives into the low groove to pass Dan Gurley and take over the 3rd position. Now it's Scott, White, and Steiner. With all the marbles on the line, Newt White explodes his number 96 down the back chute on the high side. Les Scott gets trapped behind a slower car, and Newt White, with just a few laps to go, now owns the lead. Out of the fourth turn, and Newt White screams his number 96 under the white flag. One more lap, and he goes to the bank. Here he comes, Newt White, winner of the 1975 International Motor Olympics. Les Scott in number 10 finishes second, and 82 Tom Steiner grabbing the third spot. A tired but very happy Newt White pulls into victory lane, receives a great ovation from the fans, and, of course, a kiss from the very pretty Queen. This was perhaps Newt's biggest win. Along with the lion's share of the purse, he takes home the Olympics gold medal. Les Scott is awarded the second place silver medal. Tom Steiner receives the third place bronze medal. And for the spectators, they enjoyed a spectacular evening with the Midgets.